Steakhouse lemon and garlic mushrooms right here on Chef Brian's Kitchen to die for. All right, how about some delicious Steakhouse garlic and lemon mushrooms? You got it. You got that right. You ready? Let's get it going. All right, let's first start with what we're going to be using first. I have about 1.5 pounds of mushrooms I'm using. Now you can see I've used 3 boxes of these, okay? And this, as you can see, is 8 ounces. So I did 3 boxes, so it's 1.5 pounds. All right. And what I've done is, you all know, I wash my mushrooms. I just rinse them slowly under cold water, just light, like not drizzling cold water, not like rushing down, okay? And get all of the dirt off, the soil off. And then I cut these into quarters. I wanted to get these, I don't want them to be sliced, because this was the thing about the Steakhouse mushrooms. You want them to be meaty, right? You want it to be like, it can be more than a side dish, right? It can almost just, you could eat it just the way they are, which is what I do, and they are unbelievable. So I'm using 2 kinds. I only bought the white here, but in here I've got 2 kinds. So I used 8 ounces of the white, and I used a whole pound of the baby Bella, which I love so much. So together, we've got a mixture here. You can go straight with the white or straight with portobello or baby Bella or shiitake or whatever you want to use. It's up to you. It all works out great. All right, so let's get going. We got a stainless steel pan here. We're gonna get the burner up. Now, one of the things I want to tell you today that we're going to do that we don't normally talk about a whole lot is the heat. All right, we are going to let this pan get super hot. So I've got this on high, and I want to keep it on high, and I want to get this super hot. I'm going to go ahead and introduce our extra virgin olive oil, and we're going to get this super hot. And one of the things that I know about a lot of people that cook at home is that people get afraid of cooking at very, very high heat. Now, I don't recommend to do it all the time because it can get away from you. But in something like this, one of the keys to these delicious mushrooms is to get that beautiful sear on there. And you only can accomplish that with very, very high heat. So that's what we're going to try to do today. And that is that first layer of flavor that we constantly talk about here on Chef Brian's Kitchen. So high heat. Once we start to get that kind of, crust developing, then we'll turn the heat down to, a medium high, medium simmer. Now, I failed to mention in some of my past videos, a lot of people I know don't use gas, right? You don't have gas. So if you're using an electric, this would be on high knob on your electric. And then if I ever say simmer or low, it's on the knob, right? So below, low, and simmer, whatever your knob says, you want to kind of get right in the middle there. But for this one, we want to get on high heat to start. I'll let these, if you can come in here, you can see, I always tell you, look for the waves. You see the waves? You see that waves? Look at that. We know we're getting hot, all right? That's what we want. Now, the other thing we're going to be adding to these beautiful mushrooms today to make these absolutely delicious Steakhouse mushrooms, obviously we're going to be having lemon because we're lemon and garlic. We're going to add a little bit of tomato paste, which is going to add just that little kind of acid sweetness that we're looking for to kind of bring it all together. A little bit of chicken stock. And at the very end, we're going to add some fresh thyme I have here, which really just brings it all together. I also have a couple of little ingredients at the very end, so stay right there because you don't want to miss that. All right, you can see this is getting very, very hot. So we're going to go ahead and introduce our mushrooms. And I think we'll be fine here. You don't want to crowd your pan, so you can do it in 2 stages, but I'm going to stop right there because I don't want to put any more in because I'll crowd the pan. So we're looking at about 1 pound that fits into this pan right here, and that'll be fine for us today. And basically all we're trying to do here is we're trying to develop that first layer of flavor. And one of the things we want to do here is just get everything balanced down so the mushroom is connected to the heat source, and just let cooking cook. All right. Now I'm sure that a lot of you are probably wondering, well, Chef Brian, you normally start with your seasoning at this point, and I do. I normally start seasoning, but with mushrooms, and in this particular recipe, we're gonna wait just a little bit to season, because if I were to season them now, that water is gonna release out, and it's going to keep it from getting that rustic crust that we're so looking for. So we're gonna wait to season it just for a minute, all right? So again, just let cooking cook, people. It's really, cooking is all about patience and confidence, and we're gonna achieve both here today. So what I like to do is just, after a couple minutes, just look at one and see where you are. Not bad, but it needs a little longer. And you can start stirring them around a little bit. Look at that, see that? That's what we're looking for right there. See that one right there? That's what you want. And you can see this one in here. Now we're cooking. This recipe I learned back in the 80s. I was working at a very fine dining hotel, and I was the line cook and was responsible for making all the vegetables for this very, very expensive restaurant inside this hotel. And these classic steakhouse lemon, butter, garlic, mushrooms was my responsibility. And I sold so many every night. It was unbelievable. So I became very good at making these, and they are delicious. They're absolutely delicious. Okay, so now you can see what we're going to do is, at this point here, we're going to go ahead and turn the heat down to a simmer. And you can already see that it is releasing the water, which is perfectly fine. When you start to see the water come out, then you can turn your heat down. And now we will season with salt, kosher salt, and black pepper. And at this time, we're also going to introduce our tomato paste, and we're going to probably use about 1 tablespoon. And you know, I like the tubes. I really recommend this. You don't have to open up a whole can, which usually goes to waste. This way, you just put the top back on. You got it for next time. And we're going to use about a tablespoon of garlic. Again, I like simple. Fresh garlic in a tube is excellent. And let's get this all in here like this. Just smells amazing. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Unbelievable. It brings me back. And the paste and the garlic are soaking up that water that was released from the mushrooms, from the salt, and from that high heat. And so what we want to do now is go ahead and add a little bit of lemon juice. We're going to use 2 half lemon juice. I use my hand method. You can use a strainer if you want. And this is going to be the equivalent of about a tablespoon of lemon juice. If you want to use the squeeze bottles, that's fine. Just make sure it's fresh lemon juice in a squeeze bottle. It's perfectly fine. Just like that. And I caught a couple of seeds, as you can see. There we go. Now, we're going to let this go for about 3 minutes. We want to get this to reduce down till it starts to make a nice little sauce. When we come back, we'll add a little bit of chicken stock, and then we will make the final section where we're going to add the whole butter, which is a really, really important step. That is what we used to call, in French it's called monter à beurre, which means basically finish with butter. And it's emulsification, okay? And that's what we're gonna add at the end. And when you see this, and oh man, this is where it gets really, really good. Don't go anywhere, be right back. All right, come on in here. Look at this. You can see it's reducing down. You can see the bottom of the pan. That's when you know it's right where you want it, where you can see the bottom of the pan, okay? Amazing. And now we're gonna add a little bit of chicken stock. You could even use beef stock or vegetable stock. All 3 would work perfectly fine with this. If you're using this as a side dish and you're making maybe a steak, put some beef stock in here. It's perfectly fine. It would go perfect with your beef or lamb or pork or what have you. But chicken is kind of a neutral. So we use chicken, and not too much. We're only about 2 tablespoons. is all we need here. And we'll let this kind of develop its own second layer of flavor. I'm going to turn the heat back up to a high. Let's see what we got. Yep. And we want to let these reduce again for another layer of flavor as we're starting to create this beautiful, delicious sauce. And man, these look so good. Wow. Look at this. And like I said before, if I were to have started a seasoning right at the raw state before these even hit the high heat, well, we did two things that are really important, okay? High heat to start, because we wanted to get that crust. We developed that. Then the salt and pepper, the seasoning, we did not add until after we got that crust, okay? And those are pro tips. And you know, and by the way, if you want more pro tips like this, you can check out my ebook. It's an instructional blueprint. It talks about all kinds of different pro tips, like, you know, what pan to use, what seasoning to use, when to use it, how to store your seasonings, I mean, there's so much stuff in this ebook. If you're interested, you can check it out. I'll leave a link in the description box below, along with this entire recipe. All right, so come on back in here. See, now, again, almost there. Okay, almost there. And what I like to do at this point is go ahead and take a taste of our sauce. See where we are in the flavor profile. Oh my goodness. That's so good. You just don't know. That is so, so good. The reason we taste is because we need just a little bit more kosher salt. Not much, just a little bit. Maybe about, I mean, literally just a sprinkle. All right, now come and look at this. See, look how much that's reduced down now. That's what we want. Now, I'm gonna turn the heat completely off when it gets to this point. This is where the fun begins. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add some lemon zest. Get yourself a zester, well worth it, and it just adds a whole other flavor. It's different from lemon juice. It's more punchy and just, oh, so good. So we'll add a little bit of zest, like that, about a teaspoon. And then we'll add our thyme. And now, here's where the fun begins. I have about a half a stick of unsalted whole butter. And what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna lay it in here like this, and we just stir it in. And this is the emulsification. This is what's creating a very amazing, creamy, luscious, just outstanding sauce. If you've ever wondered why your sauces don't taste like the ones in the restaurants, this is it. Look at that. Are you kidding me? You guys can do this. I hope you will. Oh, baby. All right. So when I get to this point, the heat is off. And what I like to do at this point is just let it rest, okay? I want all of the flavors to come together. So important. Also stuff I put in the ebook. You really want to, there's different phases of cooking, and sometimes we just want to rush. We miss a step because we didn't give it enough time to kind of come together as one, as a family. Right now is very important. Just let it rest, because all those flavors that we've just put in here need time to come together, all right? So when we come back, we'll plate it up, we'll take a bite, don't go anywhere. All right, just about 3 or 4 minutes it's been. Look at this. You see how that's nice and rested now? You see how that sauce is just settled in? Look at that. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? Wow. Nothing but to take it to the plate here. and just get all that sauce. Steakhouse lemon and garlic mushrooms right here on Chef Brian's Kitchen, to die for. And not to be outdone, I've got some Pecorino Romano cheese. Parmesan would work fine, but Pecorino Romano's got a little saltiness to it, which adds it counteracts everything we've put in here. Get your grater again. Just put it on top like that. That's that last little secret I wanted you to wait for and see. Yeah, baby. All right, the moment of truth. Let's get it. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. As a side dish or as dinner, I'm going to tell you what. What I love so much is that they still stayed nice and meaty. And I love the Bella babies, the baby Bella mushrooms, because they really hold their texture really well. White buttons do as well, but I think the Bella mushrooms really hold the texture really well. But the combination is just excellent. That is absolutely fantastic. I cannot wait for you guys to try this and report back to me on how yours turned out. These are unbelievable. Please, please, please give them a try. You, your partner, your family, your friends, your neighbors, even strangers are going to love them. Report back to me. Let me know how yours turned out. I am Chef Brian. Thanks for watching this episode of Chef Brian's Kitchen. And remember, as always, eat well and stay healthy.